Kainath, I have a record option on mine if you don't, sweetie.
Oh, I think it's recording right now. Does it say it's recording?
Yeah, now it does.
Okay, yay.
Okay.
All right, now time to screen share. Okay. So the first thing, make sure to have, oh my gosh, wait. Okay, make sure to have speaker view on so you can see everything that we say, stuff like that. And oh my gosh, it's not, okay, there we go. I'm gonna play this video, just an overview over what we do at Mission Vista CSF to handle such a big club, to handle our registration, our attendance, and our tutoring process. And if you guys have any questions, we will answer them towards the end. After the video, we'll go into further depth into what we do. So. Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Nope, we lost sound, kind of.
I'm kind of Kamil.
Make it higher. Put it all the way up.
Oh gosh. Can you hear this?
There you go. Yeah.
So loud.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kainath Kamil, Mission Vista's CSF chapter's president. We're here to talk about how to utilize technology for CSF, so for your CSF chapter. So Mission Vista's chapter of CSF is very large. There are over 200 members each term. In fact, this term we have 230 members, and we're in a virtual environment. This makes managing registration, meeting attendance, and tutoring services tedious if done by hand. So to simplify and automate these tasks, leaders of CSF develop software applications which cover all of them. I'm going to talk about the registration process. So we developed, a previous CSF leader developed a registration application, and it is now handled by the school's IT department for privacy concerns. So this application accesses every student in Mission Vistas. It accesses their ARIES and notifies students who qualify their CSF. This application also processes, their CSF application. Our entire registration process is online, from filling out their eligibility form on Cloud Connect to paying their $5 donation to finally confirming their membership on a Google form. And I'll hand it over to David to talk about how the CSF web portal manages attendance and tutoring.
Hello, I am David and the developer for CSF. So here's the most recent version of the CSF portal web application, which I programmed and which manages attendance and tutoring. So to track attendance before each meeting, club officers would navigate to this website, log in with their school Google account, and navigate to the meeting they want to record attendance for. And then they can either scan the student ID cards or manually type in their ID to record their attendance. However, during virtual school, members have to watch our pre-recorded meetings and fill out a Google form. So I added a way to instantly input the Google form responses into the website to track all of the members' attendance. And then after each meeting, members can check their attendance by going to the website, typing their ID, and it will show them the meetings they attended and the ones that are upcoming as well. So the website also has a settings page for management features for club officers specifically. So this first page shows permissions. It shows every member who has permissions who is an officer. You can also grant permissions from here based on what they will need to do. Here's the term migration tab. Every term, when we have completely new members, we can easily just input the new members spreadsheet, and then it will automatically switch to the new terms with the new members database reflecting that. Here are backups in case anyone deletes a meeting or a member that has to be accessed again. We can restore it from here. And then here's a diagnostic section specifically for developers where I can see if that everything is as it should be in the database and there are no discrepancies. And lastly, here's a download database button where we can just download the database as an Excel sheet or in PDF form. So I will also go over the tutoring application, the website portion of it. Here is where you can request for a tutor. You can choose which courses you need help with and input all of your required information. And here's the sign up as a tutor form, which is similar, but for tutors. And then here, tutoring admins can see all of the tutors and all of the tutees in the database. They can pair tutees by going to their profile, clicking pair, and they can either pair for all courses, manual or auto, or they can pair for each individual course, manual or auto as well. Our tutoring coordinator will go over the tutoring process more in depth.
Hi, I'm Grace Koumaras. I'm a junior and I'm the CSF tutoring coordinator at Mission Vista High School. Today, I'll be giving you an overview of our tutoring program. When students register for CSF, they are informed about the opportunity to be a tutor. Their first step is joining the tutoring remind. The remind is used to push out announcements, like links to documents used for recording hours, community service, and payment. And it's also effective when contacting individual tutors, whether it's informing them that they were paired or making sure that they're following through with tutoring. After students have expressed interest in tutoring, I will hold a tutoring information session. It's basically the same slides I'm showing you right now. Their first step is to have their parents sign a prospective tutor release of information form. Then they fill out the sign up to be a CSF tutor form, which I will send to them through the Remind app. When they fill out and submit the form, I will verify them as a tutor on the CSF tutoring site. Then they will be automatically paired when a student is available for tutoring. Students will be assigned based on grade, courses they've taken, etc. So, how does a student register to receive tutoring? Well, near the bottom of the CSF tutoring site is a link titled CSF Peer Tutor Request. The student will fill out all the necessary information about themselves and the course they need aid in. When a tutor and a tutee are paired, the tutor contacts the parents first. It is the tutor's responsibility to record the payment, hours, and to get the signature. The tutors have the option of either receiving community service hours when tutoring or being paid $10 an hour. If the tutor chooses a payment option, then there is a separate log for recording the amount they were paid, the duration, and the parent signature. If the tutor opts for the community service option, which most of our tutors do, there is a separate form as well. It is my responsibility as a tutoring coordinator to ensure that the tutoring program runs smoothly and that everyone is accountable for their responsibilities. Fortunately, our tutors are quite dependable and I don't have to boss them around too much. As stated before, this is why the Remind app plays an essential role. It provides effective communication between all the tutors and myself. I'll reach out to tutors to see if they're still active, and then I'll reach out to the students to make sure there aren't any problems. I am very lucky and grateful that the tutors are flexible with the students' schedules and that they also respond well to feedback. It has been a very positive experience.
Nope. Okay. How do I stop sharing? Okay. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions? Are you sure? Okay. Okay, Ryan, what questions do you have?
So, could you also tutor for other schools?
Yeah, well, we're working on that right now to actually allow tutoring for middle schoolers, because in this virtual environment, tutoring it's community service is very hard to get. So tutoring is what we kind of use. We're trying to push for that so members could actually have community service easier. So we're trying to push for like at least middle school tutoring, I believe, right now. But yeah. Another thing our school offers is I believe we have different qualifications for CSF. Like to be part of the club, you have to have certain community service, not certain community service. We have to, so the qualification for the club is basically grades and such. But our school has special qualifications in terms of attendance. Oh, I'm just gonna answer your question first. If you have a question. Jovel Marin.
Yeah.
Okay.
My question is, what are the qualifications to be a tutor, or do we need to have a specific grades or anything like that?
I think that because if a student gets into CSF, they already have pretty good grades already. Just usually A's and B's. So you don't have to have like the only thing you need to be qualified is to be a CSF member, which is already like a scholarship and like a scholarship kind of to show that they're a good student. So if is basically no one really wants to tutor in something that they don't understand, since it's just going to make it pretty hard for them. So we just, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna answer Joel's questions first. We just, what was I saying? You pretty much, it's pretty much if you want to tutor in a subject, you need hours and you're good at it, you just sign up as a tutor. You can select multiple subjects that you've already taken that you feel comfortable with. And if there's a student that comes along that needs that subject, it will match you, will pair you, and it will say, oh, you contact this person. So yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah, and I also have another one. How would we register? Like, would we need to go on a specific link or anything like that?
So when we first start our registration process, of course, we have our web application that analyzes all the students' grades and contacts the people who qualify for CSF automatically, and then makes it pretty easy for them since they don't have to wonder if they would get in or not. But after that, we have this program on Cloud Connect. It's basically like just collecting data, so to speak. So it's a form. They have to fill out a form to to make sure that they're a member, as their registration process. And then what we have $5 donations as well. And if the students aren't able to pay the $5 donations, we just give them a higher community service a requirement. And then we have the final part of the whole thing is just filling out a Google form, uploading their receipt. I'm just confirming that they're a member of CSF. So that's basically how the registration works. It's three steps. So Cloud Connect, receipt, and Google form. Yeah. I'm gonna look at the chat real quick. Do you find the tutoring system is pretty easy to manage with more people? Grace, do you want to talk about that?
Sure. I just answered in chat too. But so I don't think when we had more tutors come in, like I would say closer to our midterms, right after that. So we had more tutor requests, 2D requests as well come in. It didn't make it more difficult because of the way it's the website is sort of like from recent to like not so recent. So the way it was ordered, like filtered on the website, makes it easy to locate. Plus, I always keep a log. Like I already have this student paired with this tutor, yada yada, and I send emails out to all my tutors when they do get paired up. So I have a pretty good mental note too of what's happening, what isn't happening. I don't think size has anything to do with the functionality of the website. It's a pretty strong site.
Does that answer your question? Have you ever had is it Malte? Yes. Malte, sorry. Thank you, Malte. The next question is, sorry, did you have a question? Okay. So through this website, I could tutor other people from other schools or just my people. Yeah, I feel like I already answered this, but normally usually if we weren't in this virtual environment, it was mostly just in CSF because we were already a big club and it was kind of easier to manage that way. But because we're virtual, we want more students to have community service hours, and tutoring is a great way to do that. So we're opening that up to kind of middle school, middle school and stuff like that, their schools, just to give students more opportunity to get their community service done. How did you get to the Cloud Connect? So the Cloud Connect is basically, I'm not sure if any other schools have that. I feel like I'm using different lingo, but it's basically, our district has this I don't know, a portal, would it be called a portal? A portal on Cloud Connect, which is like it's a portal, and it has a CSF eligibility form, which is a tile. And I'm not sure why we got up to that point, but I'm pretty sure it was just a way, because we were looking at students' grades. We didn't have the authority to look at it. So in the first year, like, a student ran that program, but it was like there were privacy issues involved. So we just handed it over through the district, and the district or the district's IT department. So the district's IT department kind of handles that now, as well as us. So because it's a district issue and because of privacy concerns, we have it on a district run platform on Cloud Connect. So we don't get to see students' grades. I don't get to see students' grades. But the district does, and it basically cross confirms that, yes, you were eligible, and now you're just signing up for becoming a CSF member for Mission Vista. So what are the 3 steps to apply? So basically, if you're emailed that you're eligible, mostly, I'm pretty sure this year we have almost everyone who was emailed was eligible. I think, yeah, everyone whose email was eligible. So once you get that email, you fill out the form on the district run platform, on Cloud Connect, which every student has. It was just a tile that said CSF eligibility form, and you just put in your name, your the term that you're joining in, your grade, your student ID, your student number, and you just click confirm. And it's basically that it's kind of just cross checks you, that saying these are the people who qualified and these are the people who actually signed up. And so we have in certain cases students who did not get the email, or students who did not qualify. They fill out the Cloud Connect form even though they didn't qualify, and it lets us know, it tells us that we have to email them saying, sorry, you didn't get in. It's kind of an awkward conversation, but yeah. Next step, so after they fill out the Cloud Connect form, kind of cross-checking their eligibility, they have to pay a $5 donation. And it's basically to kind of help run the club. We were able to do all these cool stuff with field trips. We have a huge awards night. We have lots of what is it called, stools and stuff like that, because we have just $5 out of a few hundreds. But if students, since it's a donation, students are not obligated to pay. So if they can't pay, then we just give them, I think, 5 extra hours. Was it 10 extra or 5 extra? It was 5 extra hours. Yeah, we give them 5 extra hours of community service if they're unable to pay a $5 donation. And then the last form is the Google form. So on the Google form, they basically upload their receipt, and they just confirm their, that I'm going to be a member for CSF, and they join the Remind. It lets them know to join the Remind. And yeah, CSF member. I think Straub made a comment in the chat. In a virtual environment, we are keeping it safe by not having high school students tutor elementary school. That's why we're only adding in middle school students. Just a little note. So we're just doing middle school, not elementary school. Oh, I think it's time to go. What time do we end at? Let me check oh, would you look at that? It is time to go. I guess you guys can take a break. I'm gonna stop recording. I don't know how to stop recording. If you guys have any more questions that you would like us to answer. No? All right. Well, it was nice meeting you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed our presentation and could take some things back into your club. If you have any questions, I'm putting in my email in the chat. You can contact me. If you have any questions about anything that we talked about today, need further clarification, you can email me. I just put it in chat. And I hope you guys have a nice day.